He tells them not to make statements to the police, to demand to see a solicitor. The hopes of peace in Derry rest largely with these people, and through this, the hopes of peace in Northern Ireland. Small hope. This is what last Saturday meant to the people of Bogside.
I was just around about 25 to 3 when an armed car, where they had a barricade up a street, an armed car broke through it, and it stopped outside our door with the, we was ambushed, and they threw a petrol bomb. It was on fire, and the police then jumped out, and they fired shots at the crowd of boys up a street. Another shot came across and through the fanlight. And my girl called to me, "Mommy," she says, "the door's in. The door's burst." And I says, "No, it's not." So we stayed up the stairs. And everything was quiet. I came down. And when I looked at this fanlight, there was a hole in it. So I heard a few people talking on the street. And opened the door to see. And I looked in. I don't know who the boy was that came down the street. If a respectable looking man he was. He says to me, he says, "That's not a stone." He says, "That's a bullet." So it made me switch on the light in the hall. And I searched for the bullet. And my young boy, 11-year-old, got it lying on the carpet at the end of the stairs.
Has he got the bullet now?
Yes.
Have you got it anyway?
Yes.
You found that on the floor, did you?
Yes.
And you've kept that ever since?
Yes.
Have the police come to you since
No.
this happened?
No.
Well, if they do come, don't give them any statements at all.
No.
Unless you have a solicitor present.
Yes.
And don't give them that bullet. You hold on to that bullet because that's the evidence that you've got.
Yes.
A bullet put in my jam of my door.
Bullet?
Aye.
And what have you got the bullet, have you?
Yes.
Have you got it there?
Aye.
Could you show it to me? And that's the bullet that
Yeah.
Went through your door. Went through here?
Yeah.
You were here at the time, were you?
I was here.
And what exactly happened?
They fired 2 shots at the fellas at this side of the street. They fired across the street, they fired down the street. This way and up there.
Who fired?
The police that came out of the armoured car.
Had they any reason for firing? No?
Well, the armoured car wasn't fired, but it was out when they came out of it.
Right. And they had guns on them.
They had
at
guns.
This time.
They came out with firing revolvers, but there was a machine gun produced after the shooting was stopped.
And how many shots were fired, did you say?
I would say there were 6 fired.
6 fired. You didn't get the numbers of policemen, or would you recognise them again or anything like that?
Running.
Or you didn't get were there many people in the street at the time?
About 10.
10. And
10 people.
10 people. And you would say that there was no need for...
No need for
that. Well, of course, they shouldn't have been armed anyway. I mean, police should not really be armed when they're on riot, should they, like that? No.
All we were doing was defending ourselves because we knew we got the last time they come up here.
You saw the statement of the Minister of Home Affairs that the shots were fired in the air.
Well, that's the proof.
I was my own one day upstairs when I opened it.
Yes.
And called out and with the mind getting away to the road and I shouted up
Called
the
out to
stairs.
who?
Out to the police.
Yeah.
Would I get on that one day, you Funion bastard, you? I will go up and bat to the head of you. He said, "I come on in." They said, "Come on you down."
Yeah.
And we'll give it to you because there's nothing death and Funions around this road.
The police
The
actually
police
used that
actually
language.
used that language and stronger language.
Were there many of them in the street?
Well, I would roughly say there were 200 of them.
In this street?
At the foot of the street. All the wagons was parked at the door.
Yeah.
And they stayed there till 4:30 in the morning before they would move.
Aye.
And they still give the dirty language.
Yeah.
And this wasn't the first time.
No.
The last time, too, I got the same dose with them. And they kicked on the door and they kicked Mrs. Gallagher's next door. Busted it all.
Well, what about you, Jenny? What did you see anything?
I was there at the bedroom window, and I was looking at the side of where the sun blind is. I had the sun blinds down, but it juked out from the side like that, and I saw them coming out of the lawn rover, and it had went on fire. I saw them then getting out, and they called the young fellas, these brothers, I could see it, and they had their revolvers, and this policeman was loading his revolver there at Kitty's door, Kitty's window.
You actually saw him loading the revolver?
I actually
Yeah.
saw him. And then they fired the shots. And they fired the shot up the lane.
Yeah.
And I just left myself at the just I was sure it was finished.